Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Pew. I'm your man Ron Todd, and you see a familiar face here tonight. Pastor Christopher Newman, also known as the Psalmist Voice, is in the building. What's up, Pastor Chris?
What's good, Pastor Todd? It's great to be back on the pew. I'm ready to get it in. I don't know what you got in store. I don't know what you got in the pot, but I'm ready, I'm locked, and I'm loaded. Let's get it.
Well, I am super excited. And, I purposely didn't give you a whole lot to go off of today because, it's always more fun when it's a little more off the cuff, if you will. I'm super excited about that. I threw my earphones in because I was hearing a little feedback. So I'm hoping that will help us out a little bit today. But listen, as you guys are coming in, first of all those who are watching or connected right now, I want you to stop what you're doing and make sure that you share this broadcast. Someone asked me last week, they're like, Pastor Ron, can you make sure you let everybody know how they can share? And how you do that is you go to my Facebook page or go to the Pew Podcast Facebook page and you click share. All right. You click that share button and let everybody know that we're on. So that they can catch the show. It's going to be amazing today. I'm super excited. My aunt is coming today. Oh my gosh. Veronica Todd I see her. She's in the waiting room. I see her. She's here. She's bringing some amazing guests with her today. Of course, she owns Veronica Todd Realty, which is one of the premier real estate firms in the Metro Detroit area. I tell you, she is rebuilding the Metro Detroit area one brick at a time. And I'm so excited. She's not a stranger to my broadcast. A lot of people fell in love with her with the Ron Todd Show some years back. And so I'm super excited about her being on today. She's got some amazing people that she's going to bring with her today. And they're going to talk to us about credit repair and all kinds of amazing tools. That's why I need you guys to stop what you're doing. Let everybody know they need to get on this podcast right now because it's going to be amazing. But I see you guys coming in. Let's see who we got. All right. My assistant is on. Greetings, Pew family. I'm ready for an awesome show. Thank you so much, Keisha. Get ready because I'm going to need you. We always appreciate you being here. Kevin Moore, my New York brother, says, hey, Pastor Ron and Pastor Chris. Hey, Kevin, so good to see you tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Certainly appreciate it. There is my brother. We're going all the way to Arizona. My brother, Pastor Sylvester Brinson. He says, blessings, my friend. Blessing to you as well. Thank you so much for being here. All right. There is Elder Renee Rogers. She says, hey, Pastor Ron and Pew family. Hey there. Thank you so much for being here. Listen, I know you guys already know, but make sure you hit that share button. Let somebody know that we are on. Of course, as you guys come in, make sure you say hey to us. We love to know that you're here and that you're watching and to shout you out. So let's throw it over to my buddy, the Psalmist Voice. Tell us what's been going on in your world, man.
Man, I've been on vacation. I haven't really broadcast much, and I'm glad I didn't. God has just been opening up so many doors. I don't know if you're aware, but I've been blessed to be selected to be on the voting stage of the reality TV show called Influence Me. Now, the program is designed for creatives, people that create like I do, pretty much. I just do it. So pretty much it was an exciting opportunity for a guy like me. Like, what? You want an old guy like me? But anything can happen with God. That's how I look at it. So right. I'm excited about that. And of course, and everybody knows out there that the Stellars are coming up. My man, Pastor Todd, is going to be with me on the Stellar ballot. So y'all better vote for us. I'm just saying, because it's going to be lit this year. I'm excited. Another year we've been considered. So, I mean, that's just God. Then we got the spins coming up. We had the Hip Hop Awards. We got the Kia Awards. We're all over the place, but God has just been doing it. We're going to relaunch next month, 22nd, on my birthday. We're going to do a revamp, relaunch. So get ready, family. We are about to get it in Jesus' name. So you're going to see a lot of me, and you're going to see a lot of Pastor Todd, because that's just how we do. But anyway, this ain't my show. I'm ready to get it in, so let's get it. Let's go.
Yes, sir. Let's go. I see we got Pastor Darlene Bell. She's the pastor of Exciting Life Christian Center. She says, praise the Lord, Pastor Ron Todd and Pew crew. God continue to bless you all richly. Looking forward to another great episode. Thank you so much. We're so glad that you're here. Thank you. She says, congratulations to you, Pastor Chris.
Oh, thank you.
God is good. And with God, all things are possible. Absolutely, absolutely. Well, I have a few things going. My assistant loves your energy, by the way. I do too. Can you tell that he is a radio personality? Can you tell? Hello, Charlie. Charlie Pierce is on. Hello, thank you. Yeah, Charlie Pierce. I hope I'm saying that right. But hello, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I have a few things going on that I would love to share. Of course, you guys know, for those of you guys who have not gotten my latest release, Safety 2.0, featuring the Billboard chart-topping Ernest Pugh, which we want to shout out Ernest. He just got another #1 single on the Billboard charts. I just saw that this morning. So I want you guys to help us to make this record #1 too. All right. So if you guys don't have it already, make sure you grab it. It's available on all digital outlets. Also, I am in a play. It's coming. And for everybody in Michigan who says, Pastor Ron, when are you going to be doing a play in Michigan? All right. Now, this isn't close to the Metro Detroit area. It's in Battle Creek. But it's the perfect opportunity for you to take a short little ride up to Battle Creek. It's a nice little road trip, if you will. It's called Time and Time Again. It's a Wanda Towns production. It's going to be at the Kellogg Theater this month on the 19th. There are 2 shows, one at 3 o'clock, one at 7 o'clock. All you have to do is inbox me, and I will let you know how you can get tickets. Or if you see this flyer here on my Facebook page or any of my social media outlets, just take a picture of the QR code and it'll take you right over to where you can get tickets from. All right. So that's Time and Time Again. Also, don't forget, those of you guys who like to travel in the Metro Detroit area, or maybe you're in the Hampton Roads, Virginia area, my brand new play called A New Suit for Easter. I'm super excited about it. It's taking place on April 9th and 10th. We have 4 shows. So each day there's a 3 p.m. and a 7 p.m. show. VIP tickets are $35. That will include a VIP reception and a meet and greet with myself and the cast members. General tickets are $25. They are available on eventbrite.com, or you can get them from the theater. You can also inbox me. I can get you tickets to that show as well. So if you're in the Newport News, Virginia Beach area, any of the Hampton Roads area, you can come and see that show. Listen, I have a cousin who lives in Maryland, and she came down. She drove that couple hours and saw my last show. I'm telling you, it'll be worth the drive. Or wherever you are, if you want to fly in, listen, talk to me. We'll work out a deal. But I want you to come see the show. It's very, very motivating, very inspiring, very empowering piece. It's definitely a twist from the title. And I want everybody to come check this out. A New Suit for Easter on April 9th and 10th. Last but certainly not least, I don't know if you even knew this, Pastor Chris, but I have a brand new fragrance. Yes, I have a brand new oil fragrance. It is a unisex fragrance. So it's for men and women, and it's called Ron Todd. You can get this oil on sunnydayscollection.com. Keisha, if you can put that in the chat box for me. Let's see, I may be able to do it. Sunny Days Collection.com. That's where you get it from. Now, the large bottle is $20. The small vial is $10. But right now, if you go to sunnydayscollections.com, you'll be able to get the small bottle for only $7. And let me tell you, anybody who comes near me, you know I'm going to be smelling good. All right. I always keep my, first of all, I do my first work and I shower. Come on. Sometimes we want to spray and roll on oils. Well, we're not doing our first work. All right. You gotta clean yourself. All right. But then I like to smell good. But then I don't like real hard, Pastor Chris. I don't like those brute, harsh smells. This is very light. It's very sweet. It's something that a male or a female can wear, but it lasts all day long. So when you put on Ron Todd, I'm telling you, you'll smell good. When you walk by, people are gonna be like, "Whoa, Okay. And they're going to ask you, what are you wearing? You make sure you tell them you're wearing Ron Todd. That's right. So I want you to get your oil. All you have to do is go to, I'll put it right here for you, sunnydayscollection.com, and you'll be able to get your new Ron Todd fragrance. And I'm telling you, it smells so good. So when you see me, you ain't got to ask me what I'm wearing. Is it Sean John? No, it's Ron Todd. Get into it. Come on.
Well,
Get you that right.
I'm ordering it right now.
Oh, praise God. I sure appreciate you. That's what I'm talking about. And God is so good. He's allowing us he's opening doors that I never thought that he would. And he's allowing us to do some things in this season. And I'm so grateful. Listen, I believe that if you always give God glory in everything that you do, the sky is the limit to what you can have. I don't care where you get in life, where you go, you better know where your blessings come from. And you give him all the glory. So real quick, we got some more. I see Mary Surgeons on. She says, hey, Pew Crew, looking forward to a great show. Thank you so much for being here. Kevin said, you must do the first work. That's right, Kevin. You must do the first work. That's right. Don't be spraying and rolling on stuff if you haven't done the first work. That's right. Sunny Days with an E. You got to get that right, Keisha. Sunny, SUNNIDAYZE collection with no S.com. sunnydayscollection.com. All right. Okay, I see you guys coming on. As you come on, make sure you continue to speak to us. Let us know that you're there so that we can give you a little shout out. And coming up next, we got my Aunt Veronica Todd is going to be coming and telling us some really awesome things. Before we get into that, of course, we always do hot topics. And so I don't want to spend a lot of time on that today because I want to lend ample time to Auntie Veronica and her team here to give us some awesome information. So we're going to do one quick topic and we're going to get right into it. Let's do that. All right. So let's go. Hot topics. All right. So today, many cities are saying that they have now lifted their mask mandate. They're no longer requiring people to wear a mask indoors. And so I'm curious, Pastor Chris, of how you feel about this, about them lifting this mask mandate.
Well, for me, like this has been such a headache with this mask, no mask, vaccinate, don't get vaccinated, get a tetanus shot, don't get a tetanus shot. I mean, we just got so much stuff going on right now. It's just bananas. So what I tell people is that, you know what? Go to the Holy Ghost first. Do that. Second, use wisdom. God gave us wisdom for a reason. There's no reason to keep battling about this. If you feel more comfortable wearing a mask, then wear your mask. I'm not going to say, oh, you're going to hell because you're wearing a mask. Come on. Use common sense. God gave us wisdom. Use common sense.
Well, my thing is, a lot of people say, well, I didn't want to wear the mask anyway. And none of us do, or none of us did. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, I think that we've learned in this 2 years of the pandemic, we've learned how decisions can be made too swiftly. And I understand that a lot of business practices may take a huge hit because of the pandemic. And, obviously we had times during the pandemic where we couldn't go inside of restaurants. So indoor dining took a big hit, even in my industry in property management, we took a big hit. There were times where we couldn't even man the office and things of that nature. However, it is what it is. So I think, unfortunately, when things start to look up, like now, there are not as many hospitals that are running over with COVID patients. But let's be clear, and I check the real statistics. I have many doctors and nurse friends and family members, and I ask them, are you still seeing COVID patients? And the answer continues to be absolutely every day. We're just not overwhelmed.
Exactly.
So, yeah, we're still seeing COVID patients every day. However, the hospital is not overran like we were at the top of the year. So what that lets me know is COVID is very much still here. I'm so tired of hearing people say, Pastor Chris, back during COVID, back We what you mean back during COVID? COVID is here. Back when we were in COVID. No, it's still very much still here. And I think the same things that has gotten us to this point where we're seeing the numbers decline is what we need to continue to do until we see more of a mass immunity to the virus. What a lot of people don't understand, Pastor Chris, is that and I'm not preaching to anybody about a vaccination. However, the more people that get vaccinated, the more we can start to get a mass immunity to the virus. And unfortunately, because we're still at about 30% who have been boosted and only 60% double vaccinated, this thing continues to mutate. And so we continue to get new variances and things of that nature. So yeah, the numbers go down because when you got everybody with the mask on, and now we have, we've gotten advanced with what types of masks we should wear, and you got less people congregating, of course, the numbers are going to go down. But then when you lift everything and then you got people congregating and then you got them congregating without masks and the virus is still very much still alive, then what happens? Then we have a relapse. Then we have another wave. So it's just, to me, it's very, I think it's a very ineffective way to go about this by raising the mandate. And I just pray that those who wear masks, because let's be clear, I mean, I've seen people all the time walking through the store without their mask, and it baffles me. But I also see that they're the same people who don't wash their hands or wash their fruit before they eat it. I see them walking through the store and they're picking the grapes off the vine, eating them, and with the dirt and the everything, the grit on the grape still, and they just grab it and they eat it. I saw a lady in the grocery store the other day. She's pulling her grocery cart, and then she's sticking that same hand in a bag of chips that she hasn't paid for, and then she's eating them. I mean, and those are the same people who aren't wearing a mask. So, I'm just praying that those who have been wearing a mask will continue to do so that we can continue to flatten this curve.
I agree.
Kevin says, all because they want the economy to return to normal. That's all it is. Thank you, Kevin. I agree. Keisha says, we're still in a pandemic. Absolutely. We still are a global pandemic. And so we have to be clear about that too, because a lot of times people are saying, oh, the president's trying to get our money, or it's just the United States. It's global. It's not just the United States. Let's be crystal clear about that. Kevin says, it's like they have amnesia. Right. Like they forgot how we got to where we are now. Instead of us learning from our mistakes, it's like we continue to go through the same cycle. Yes, we've been down this road before. I absolutely agree, Kevin. So we'll have to stay prayerful concerning this matter. But that's all I wanted to talk about for Hot Topics. I'm more eager to introduce, I like to call her Mrs. V, to introduce my aunt, Veronica Todd. I call her the queen of real estate because she has been at this for a very, very long time. She's been in the $1 Million Club. She sells everything from $1 million homes and properties to you name it. She is just the best of the best in the business, and she has some really exciting things that she wants to share with us. And she brought an exciting team with her as well. So why don't we put our hands together at this time for my aunt Veronica Todd. Now, I have to make this clear, Pastor Chris, because now I know you're looking at her and she looks so young. She is my aunt, though, okay? She's not my sister. She's not my cousin. She's my aunt. And she looks amazing. I know.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you so much, Pastor Todd, for allowing me to come on your show. This is a new show, and It looks exciting. I'm glad to be a part of it. And again, I'm with Veronica Todd Realty, and I'm here to help the people. So I hope there's someone in the audience that need credit repair or looking for a mortgage. I don't know how many of my team is here. I guess you can probably tell that. But I would like if you can just let me know who's here. So Teresa, she's on, and Doug, he's on. Amazing. These are my two key people. So
awesome. Welcome, Doug. Welcome, Teresa.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So Doug will be talking to us about mortgages.
Okay.
Right now, the opportunity to own your own home is just amazing. So I really want people to, ask questions, reach out. But before you can get a home, some people need to get credit repair. That is also amazing. We got some guarantees. We got a great credit repair program. I believe, Teresa, and you correct me if it's not correct. Is it called OUI?
Yes.
OUI and Top Mortgage with Doug. So I guess we will start off with our Teresa. We got to get credit before we can get a mortgage, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's correct.
Welcome, Teresa.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I can't say I'm excited to be here. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm excited. I'm with a company called UWE. It's called United Wealth Education. I've been with this company for a few months now. They started back in 2004. Well, just a little rundown about the company. They started in 2004. They managed to leverage this company in 2008. They had a stock market crash, and they actually grew at 218%. It's a debt-free company. This company is excellent. It's excellent. Like I said, debt-free company. The headquarters is here, located in Farmington Hills, Michigan. And we're looking for agents and also people who want to repair their credit. We start off with finances. You need have all your finances in order to get a home or a car, vehicle, anything like that. So we do have programs here that's available for anybody that's willing to or wanting to repair their credit.
Okay, great. Doug, would you like to elaborate a little bit more on that?
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for having me on. Ron Todd, you're the man. Appreciate you. And Veronica, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So the conversation usually starts with the desire to own a home. And often that goes to Veronica or starts with a phone call to me where people want to get pre-approved for a home. Paying too much in rent, knowing that their budget is being misspent and that they can put their money towards something that will build them equity. And often takes me in the direction of credit repair. So many folks, they don't teach this stuff in school. They don't teach you how to manage. They barely teach you how to balance a checkbook, let alone, run your home's finances and understand your property taxes and homeowners insurance and saving and, building up for a down payment or your mortgage options. So a lot of what I do is just education. I catch people who have, and I learn by learning from my clients, seeing the different credit profiles and the people who are successful and what they do to make themselves successful. And then in contrast, some of the common failures, what people do that they just don't realize because there's no place for them to get an education to show them how to utilize their credit cards, how to build up their credit profile, how to prepare themselves so that when they go to buy a house, 1, 2, 3, it's easy. It's just pushing paperwork. So I do a lot of educating with borrowers and partnering with folks like Veronica and Teresa just kind of creates a warm network for people to get a full concierge service where they're getting a rounded education and then the follow through to put them in an actual home.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what else to say from there, but you said it all. So, Ron Todd, don't know if you have any questions from here.
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely. So, who would be ideal to embark on a program like this, Doug?
Anybody. So, if you called me up, Ron, and said, "Hey, I'm trying to buy a house," my first question would guide you into your goals. What would be comfortable for you? And now I know and with my mortgage background where the target numbers are. We want you to be at about 30% of your income for your house payment. We don't want you to be house broke. We don't want you to not be able to afford your groceries because or furniture because you have this fine house. So when you're talking to me about your income, I'm looking for the triggers, the things that really matter. And most people will come right out and tell you the truth. I can't pay more than this amount. And it's almost always in that target zone. So helping people define that in terms of a purchase price, how much house they can afford is really my first goal. And then helping them understand the mechanics of putting together a mortgage. And then, lastly, I'll point them in Veronica's direction, and when they're pre-approved, and basically she takes on a different role, where it's more of it has to be aggressive. It has this market is so hot. This market is insane. If you find a house and you're not ready to take action because you're not properly educated or you're not properly motivated, and that will slip right out from under you. So in tandem, we really try to just get people prepared and know what they're getting into, so that when they see that house they like, they can strike while the iron's hot and get that property under contract.
Okay. So we have a question here from the audience. Keisha says, so I'm interested in repairing my credit and buying a house. So how do I start?
I think the first step is just to pick up the phone. You can call our team anytime. Simply taking that first step is what matters. When we have a mortgage discussion, it will quickly lead into credit. And if the scope of the credit repair is something where you need letters sent out, you need disputes mailed, you need action taken where, people aren't practiced in that. They're not taught how to do those things. And certainly not efficiently. So that's where we bring in Teresa and have Teresa step in to help them send out those letters and get them prepared and educated for credit. But a lot of the common denominators for credit are easy to identify when talking about a mortgage: having a credit history, having trade lines with, active payments, not having lates, removing credit items that are in dispute or putting them in dispute to get erroneous stuff removed from your credit. It can be very difficult. I've had to call a company 10 times and be told no, yet we won't delete that. That one time they say yes, and it's gone from your credit report like it was never there, makes all the action worth it. So the first step is just picking up the phone and saying, how do I get started? And really, with any one of the three of us, and that's why we work good as a team, we can put you on that path.
And so is it possible to buy a house if you have blemishes on your credit?
For sure. So the government stepped in quite a while back and created FHA mortgages. Now, a lot of people think that stands for a first-time homebuyer program, but it's the Federal Housing Administration. What it's designed to do is pick up the common denominator and make it so people with bruised credit have a standard to hit so that they can get into a home. And it's so flexible today, really, with a 550 credit score, with one open active trade line, with a good solid income. I mean, almost anyone can buy a home if they have the will to do so. And there's also non-QM, non-qualified programs that go way out of that realm of government qualification. And they'll write a loan for anybody if you'll take the rate. The market's out there right now, like it used to be before it collapsed.
Now, what about because we talked about someone with less than perfect credit. Now, if their credit's less than perfect, does that mean that they would automatically have to have more of a down payment?
No, that's a good question. FHA requires 3.5% down, and that does not change depending on your credit.
Wow, that's really good to know.
Mm-hmm. We also have through FHA a down payment assistance program. It has a 620 minimum credit requirement, but it's basically a government grant in which the FHA allows you to apply for a state grant, or in this case, it's a second mortgage attached to your first. So imagine on a $100,000 purchase, your down payment is only $3,500. Well, what they do is they create a $3,500 second lien and put it on your house. And then after 3 years of consecutive on-time payments, they forgive the debt like it was never there. So you essentially just get a free down payment. All you got to do is make your payment on time. It's insanely easy to qualify for. It's the same as a regular FHA loan. You just have to jump through a couple extra hoops to get the money.
Hello, Christina. Wow, that is amazing.
Yes.
Pastor Chris, it seemed like you.
See, I'm all the way in Texas, though. That's the problem. But I know that the market's hot because my house sold in a week, so I know it's hot. I know it's hot. Here's a question. Now, if you've gone through a divorce, of course, I sold my home. And I know my credit score is not, it's probably maybe 620, especially after all that. So I want to have a house. I don't want to rent because I've gotten used to living in my home. I've gotten used to having space. I gotten used to saying hi to the neighbors, all that stuff. So can your program help somebody like me? See, I don't mind being transparent, but can you help somebody like me all the way down here in Texas?
We are licensed in the state of Texas, so the answer to that is yes. The divorce court kind of defines those things for us. If, for example, you're awarded the house, then the authorization is there for us to get started on a mortgage. Now, your credit being 620 just defines where we get started. So there's usually things that will put it there, like payments that were overlooked because the ex, you thought she was paying them, or vice versa, or in divorce, a lot of time the judge will just have you stop making payments until things are sorted. So those bruises aren't really all that big of a deal. FHA, for example, requires less than $2,500 in total collections. Now you can negotiate a lot of those things. So if there was a collection, you can call up the collection company and knock it down to $100 and pay them. You know what I mean? So there are a lot of methods to go through and pull out the stops for someone in your situation, but there's no real hang up for there being a recent divorce. That almost doesn't factor in other than a copy of the divorce decree to show us the terms. If we owed someone equity, for example, when you take over the house, if she gets half or he gets half, like that's really that's defined for us. So we follow the letter of the law in that case.
Well, that's perfect. So where do I sign?
You just give us a call after the show. I'll talk you through all of it.
Okay.
Yeah, I see Keisha says here, she says, this is a lot to take in, but I'm ready. My credit score is hit, but me and my husband need to get this started.
You got to start somewhere.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This where she will come in at with us, with our company. We can get your credit and your husband credit together. We don't do just credit. We actually, we have a will and trust along with credit restoration. We have 13 other different services added on with the protection program.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Not even if you start off with the protection program, it's only $89 for the first 4 months. So you get will and trust with that. It's a lot of different services added on. I don't know if you guys can see. I'm sorry, I have it here. But start off at $89. You get the budgeting, the credit restoration, credit builder. You get a credit attorney. You also get credit monitoring, debt payoff, financial lockbox, net worth, savings goal, and YFL family mint. So along with the protection program, we do give out $9 out of each protection program for the youth. And that's for scholarships for any high schoolers or freshmen in college. We have a program in that they paid out over $600,000 last year alone. And the program is awesome. It's awesome. And a lot of people, they think this stuff is scams, but it's not.
It's not. Yeah.
It's not. Within 4 months, I can tell you now, you'll have over 100 something points added onto your credit.
Yeah. I like to say something behind Teresa on that note. We believe in number one, customer service. Okay. So although you've signed up for the program, we take it a step further. We get the letters to us. We ask our client, can I have access to your portal? Because we want to make sure that those letters go to where they're supposed to go. Because we kind of guarantee you in 90 days, 120 days, I should say, your credit score is going to go up 80 points. And to make sure that that happens, we send the letters out for you. Okay.
Wow.
So we're trying to make this program work for you. We're not just here telling you something, because again, our number one goal in our office is customer service. We want to see people in home ownership. So yeah, the phone should be blowing up right about now.
So, okay. I want you guys to be very clear cut, because I don't even think the audience has actually grasped exactly what you're telling us, because this is like gold.
Yes.
Yes.
So they can, so anybody can become a part of this program for credit
Yes.
repair.
Yes.
Correct.
And so tell us again exactly how much it will cost, and then what we would, the benefits of it one more time.
Okay. So the protection plan, UCES, which is United Credit Education Services Protection Plan, is $188 to start. Okay, the $100 is a fee, and then the 89 go towards your first month protection plan, which means you'll be enrolled and you'll have access to all of the services that I went down and ran down on, the budgeting, the
Mhm.
credit restoration, credit builders, along with all those other services. You get immediate access to that. Okay, so you get a portal, you download the portal on your phone. You immediately get your credit report. It shows you everything. You basically get a roadmap for each step that you have to do within the first day you sign up until the fourth month or fifth month you in the program. It's not a contract. You can opt out of the program whenever you want. And like I say, you get a roadmap to follow each step in along the way. So it shows you everything that's happening, what's going on, far as your letters. Say like when you sign up, they give you you see your whole credit, everything on your credit, everything whatever, oldest 5 years, 6 years ago. They send out your letters to your portal. You can download them or you can have them mailed out, and you go from there. Basically, you mail out your letters, and you keep a track of your response through your emails. TransUnion, Experian, they let you know what's going on, if it's getting deleted, far as deleted up until hey, you have to respond to this within 30 days. We get up until 30 days to respond to the letter, to the creditors. So 188 to start, and then for the first 4 months, it's only $89.
Oh, that's phenomenal. And what I love about this team here is, so I could start with Teresa, get my credit score where it needs to be. Then I could call Doug. He can get me approved for a mortgage. And then Miss V can find me a house.
Absolutely. Yeah,
Oh my
absolutely.
gosh. Oh my
Is
Or,
Miss
gosh.
B licensed in Texas too?
or Ron, you might think your credit is really horrible or blemished. I would talk to Doug, and he will give you the direction as to what you need to do. If you need to
Okay.
go to credit repair, then you will be able to go and get your credit repaired with Teresa. Okay. But I think you need to start with Doug. That would be the ideal person, because he will let you know, okay, you know what? I'm sorry. We don't have a program that we can put you in because of the credit. Or he's going to say, we do have a program for you that we can get you a home, and you'll have home ownership. So the key person is Doug. And from
Okay.
there, he will go to our credit repair department. And then the last, person they would see would either be myself or someone on my team that would actually place them in a home.
Now, Christina says, how much monthly? That's the $89, right?
for 4 months.
Is that correct, Teresa?
Yes, that's correct. So $188 to start. And then for the first 4 months, it's $89. The longer you're in the program, the cheaper it becomes. So
Oh,
after the
wow.
first month, it drops down to $69. So you'll be only paying $69 per month for the 4th month up until the remainder of the year. And say, like you say, hey, I want to be in this program over, longer than a year. Or if you have, everybody's situation is different. So if you
Right.
have more things than others on your credit report and you need to stay in the program longer, I would suggest you do. And like I said, the longer you stay in there, the cheaper it becomes. And you do get access to other benefits as well.
Now, Christina said, Doug, are you licensed in Nevada?
I'm not personally, but it's a very, very, very small world. So talking mortgage and talking qualifications and showing someone how to buy, that doesn't take me being licensed. To issue them an interest rate and to talk terms of a mortgage, yes, it does. But there's always an industry professional I could hook them up with that will do a very good job. So in a state where I'm not currently licensed, I could either get licensed, which is relatively simple, or put them with a great referral after setting them on the right path.
Now, Keisha says, I need the number.
Doug, give them your number.
So you guys can reach me at 586-214-6503. And I try to make myself available all the time. So if you call me, be prepared. I'll answer. We'll have a good conversation.
So I'm sorry, did I cut you off, Auntie?
No, I before we end the show tonight, I do want to give the audience a chance to get a free copy of 3 of my ebooks. So just let me have the opportunity to show them the books and
Yes.
give them the number.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask Teresa, because now I got to be honest, people tend to be very self-conscious when it comes to their credit, especially when it's less than perfect and they have blemishes. So what can you say to that viewer, whether it's now or they catch it on YouTube later, and they may say, wow, this sounds great, but I'm too far gone, or my credit's in the 400s, I'll never be able to buy a house. What advice would you give that person?
Well, I will give them just get our buying power back. Credit is freedom. A lot of people they say, or not used to. I'll say, like my grandmother, the older crowd or the older community, they don't believe in credit or never did. So they always would say, money is king. They always pay for things versus credit. Now they're looking at us like, hey, what's your credit score? You can't get approved for anything. So it's like I would say let's get your credit score up there. Credit is now it's the thing now.
Yeah.
You're not going to be able to get that house if you don't have the money, or was born into the wealth, especially in my community or culture. It's like, how are you going to pay for things nowadays? So I would say, let's get your finances lit. Let's get your credit score going.
Absolutely.
It's never too late. It's never too late.
I love that. Now, and Keisha said, that's what I'm going through right now. Keisha, did you get Doug's number? I want you to put that in the chat box for me. Christina said, I wish they taught credit in high school 20 years ago. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually something, while there's so many protests and things going on, that's something we need to talk about, because I think credit, the importance of good credit needs to be taught at the high school level while we're learning other, economics and, our history and things of that nature. We need to learn about our credit. Now, Doug, as far as getting someone into a mortgage, what if you've had a foreclosure or something of that nature? Are you still able to get into another home after a foreclosed home?
Yeah. So there's rules out there for bankruptcy and foreclosure. They vary product to product. A general rule of thumb is 2 years for a bankruptcy and 3 for a foreclosure. But this market is unique. even coming out of the economic collapse of the last 10, 15 years, the market has recovered in products that allow for foreclosure yesterday exist.
Oh, wow.
So it depends on how serious your situation is. If, for example, you were just finished with a divorce and it was a decision that you were to inherit the house and you had no other method of obtaining a mortgage except to and maybe because of that divorce you had a foreclosure on one of your other properties and you don't want to lose your home and you're in a desperate situation, there's a mortgage for that. There's a get you in that house today and let's worry about getting the rate down next year type option versus someone who has the ability to wait. If you would like a 30-year fixed at a very low rate, that 3-year seasoning on that foreclosure is going to make a lot of sense.
Sure. I had someone inbox me here. I guess they didn't want to say their identity to be known with their question. They talked about us being in a global price inflation. And so they were told that it wasn't a good time to buy because of the global price inflation. What say ye?
Don't
Guys,
believe
that's
it.
a loaded
Don't
question.
believe it.
And they're not wrong that prices are up, and it depends very much on the individual markets in different cities and different states. You see various levels of competitive pricing. I think the bottom line is it is a seller's market right now. What that means is that inventory is tight. Does that mean, though, that you can't sell your home at top dollar and buy another home? No. And it also doesn't mean that you can't get a good deal, because there's always people that just plain have to sell their house, and they, maybe they're getting a divorce and the judge said, fine, you guys get rid of that house and it's got to go by a certain date. They're going to list that house and they're going to sell it. Those deals are definitely out there. And that's where Miss Veronica Todd shines.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, that is. And I don't know if you want me to bring it to you now, but I can.
Yes.
This is a guide to selling your home through a divorce. And this is a book written by myself. Anyone in the audience that would want this book, I'll be happy to send them an e-copy. I also would like to show them and give them Simplifying Your First Home Purchase.
Oh,
I would
wow.
be happy to send them this book if they're a first-time home buyer. And last but not least, My Secret Wealth of Information for any seller. So sellers that need to sell their home or just want to sell their home, please contact me and I will make sure you get all three or whatever books you would like. I will definitely pass them along to you because there's some amazing, good information in these books.
Now, how would you like for them to reach out to you to get the book?
They can reach out to me at vtoddrealty@gmail.com. Real simple. I'm not going to give you nothing hard.
Okay, Keisha, get that on there for me. vtoddrealty@gmail.com.
Yes. I'm not going to give a phone number because I might get slammed.
Right.
With a phone number.
Right.
Yeah, but I will definitely get you those books.
Awesome.
Yeah. Pastor Todd, I wish I had Miss V's first book before I went through all this already.
And it's not too late. I would still get it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll definitely put that in my catalog because again, I know there's a lot of folks that are dealing with this because it's real. Yeah. Sorry to say it, but it's real. And you have to be educated in it. And I've learned on the fly. Mm-hmm. So when you learn on the fly, sometimes you make the wrong mistakes and you make the wrong turns. But as far as making people comfortable out here to actually understand what this whole nucleus right here that's going on right now tonight is all about, I can tell you for a fact that the housing market is big. I bought my second home for $120,000. It is quadrupled. I sold it for $335,000. So what does that tell you? So it can be done. So if you go through a transition in life, you still can be smart about it and not just go in an apartment, and you can just talk to these guys right here and guide you right back in the same path that you just thought you left. So that's always one of those things. So I would highly consider the trifecta right here tonight. I'm sorry, I had to plug them, Pastor Todd. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But that's what I do. That's what we do over here. But had to plug these three because this is the trifecta. And if you don't believe me, in the next probably 3 to 6 months, I can tell you personally that yours truly, the Psalmist Voice, went through all three of these awesome people. And I'm telling you that if I can get it done, you can get it done. I'm done. There you
go. Can you give us that email one more time?
Yes, it's vtoddrealty@gmail.com.
vtoddrealty@gmail.com. Keisha, you got that? Now, someone is asking for everybody's information. Teresa, if they want to get a hold of you for credit repair, how do they reach you?
They can contact me at my phone number, which is 586-206-9588. And I can help them along the way. Yep. Call me, text me, or whatever.
Awesome. This is so awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm excited. And now someone asked if they want to purchase the book, is it available anywhere if they want to purchase it? If they want to sew into you?
Well, yes, I'll be happy to mail it to them. If they didn't want just an e-copy, I can actually mail them to the book. And they're $10. The books are $10 for purchase. Okay. And did they get my email address? Did they get it right, Ron?
Did you get it, Keisha? She's probably working on it.
Okay. And it's V as in Veronica. She might thought I was saying B. It's V.
Yeah, I got Teresa's. We need Auntie Veronica Todd. All right, because we got Teresa's and we saw Doug's as well. Let's see. She's working on it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm so excited, and this is something that's so needed right now because a lot of people are afraid to buy homes. They're afraid to talk about credit, and like Teresa, you were saying earlier, it's necessary. Without good credit, it's hard to get anything.
Yes, that's right.
So realty is REALTY. Just take the I out. @gmail.com.
I'll fix that.
Okay.
So one thing, that you mentioned with the housing prices being high, so too are the rental prices. And that drives a lot of people to realize that their money can be better spent. And that the equivalent is there's just no comparison, owning your own home versus renting.
Right. That's very true. And to rent a home, you have to be approved. The first thing we're looking at is the credit. And if you got blemished credit to try to lease a home, you're not going to get that home. You're not going to get in a nice lease property. So judgments, evictions, not in good standings with DTE and your water and your community, all of those things play a major factor now. So why not own your own home? Yes. Why not?
Absolutely. Yeah. And now a lot of people are wondering too if you are, because you're a full brokerage, and so absolutely. Are you looking for any realtors right now?
I am looking for full-time real estate agents or independent contractors now. And the reason I'm looking for full-time agents is because our office is just growing like crazy. And a part-time person will not be able to even walk in the shoes like a full-time person could. So don't want to like leave nobody out, but I really need full-time people on my team. With us having the credit repair going, working with Doug, which is he's at Top Mortgage for mortgages, and then myself, I work with investors, sellers, buyers, and in the community with leasees, and that's all communities, all through Southeast Michigan. And I'm a mentor. So with all of those things going on, I need full-time agents. It's like I need to designate things. I want someone over the department working with sellers, someone over the department working with buyers, somebody over the department working with leasees. And then that way, me and Doug can be more creative, and Teresa as well, as far as getting home ownership and getting people financially stable, where they can do some things. Everybody don't want to buy a house, and I understand that. But you need good credit to do things in this life. You know, if you want to buy a car, why buy a car with high interest rate when you can get a lower interest rate and save the money? So that's what I'm about. Number one, customer service and trying to help the community. And that's all communities. All communities.
Yeah. And I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people, they know you from being in the real estate business for a long time, and selling the $1 million homes and the mansions, and they see you're so fabulous, but they don't know that you're about giving back as well as even with Doug, it can be the first time home buyer. It doesn't have to be someone that's looking to get the $1 million home. Absolutely. If it's their first home, you'll work with them, and you'll help them get the tools they need, even if that means with Teresa or whoever, to get their credit on track. Mm-hmm. And I keep saying these things because I hear over and over again from people, even being in the rental industry like I am, people all the time say they want to buy a home, but they either think that their credit's not good enough, or it's not a good time to buy, or they just don't have the support. They don't know who to talk to. And so this type of forum is perfect, because now they see that there are people out here. There is a Teresa with UWI who's able to help you with your credit. There's Doug that'll walk you through the process. So you don't have to be intimidated walking into Veronica Todd Realty, because, you'll give them clear-cut information as to what they can do with where their credit at and where their income lies. And, you let us know that even if you have a 560 credit score, if you can come up with that 3%, you can still buy a home.
Mm-hmm.
And you'd be surprised. A lot of people come to Veronica because they've ruled themselves out of the market, and instead they're going for a lease. They say, "Oh no, I can't buy a house, but I'll lease." And they come to Veronica with a good credit score, and they come to Veronica with first month's deposit in the bank, so that they can do a rental, not realizing how applicable that is for an actual mortgage, and how their payment might actually be lower for the house that they might like. So, those things really play out once you take that first step. One thing I tell everyone I talk to, really, there are no stupid questions. So if you're thinking about it and you're toying with the idea and you're putting it off because you just don't think you're qualified, give me a call, and don't be nervous. I've talked to thousands and thousands of people and gone through the credit functions and gone through their income and their assets and help them right the ship. And you just can't do it unless you pick up the phone and call.
And I tell you what, Teresa, you really blew me away when you guys were talking about how your credit can go up 80 points in just 4 months.
Yes.
That's almost unheard of. And there's no gimmick. Everything is legal. It's legit.
Yes.
And some of these things, because I know when it comes to these type of platforms, people come in and out. So if you find that I'm kind of repeating things, it's for those who may have just come in. I want them to know what's going on. We have Veronica Todd from Veronica Todd Realty on. We have Teresa from UWI Credit Repair, as well as Doug who is the mortgage guru, we're going to call you. So if you're just tuning in, that's who we're talking to. And, I'm just encouraging everybody, if you want to buy a house, always wanted to buy a house, been thinking about buying a house, this is the perfect time to give Doug a call and see where you land within certain parameters. And if maybe you already own a house, or maybe, you're fine where you are, but your credit is less than perfect, and you say, I want to increase my credit score, give Teresa a call. Why not?
Right.
So that she can help you get where, reach your goal from a credit perspective.
Yes. All right.
Well, and for all you homeowners out there too, we do also help with refinancing. I've had some very interesting situations come up. At one point, a borrower called me to put a new kitchen in their home. They wanted $40,000. Let's put that new kitchen in. And we took one look at their credit profile, and it turned out that instead of that $40,000 kitchen, consolidating their $60,000 worth of debt, cars, credit cards, we turned their 30-year mortgage into like a 7-year payoff. So imagine owning your home free and clear 7 years from now, or you could put that kitchen in. So you never know until we discuss those options. So for all you homeowners, feel free to give me a call too. Happy to help.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that is awesome. Well, I just want to thank you guys so much for being here today. This is amazing. And I tell you what, I would love to have you guys back again. Like I said, every week is different. And I think there are many people who need this information. They need to know that they have options. And I think that's what we've learned tonight. Again, it's no need to feel intimidated going into, the real estate office, when there's people like Doug who can help you get situated, when there's people like Teresa that can help you get your credit on track. And of course, we know Ms. V can get you the key to whatever you want.
Absolutely.
If she can't find your house, nobody can.
That's right.
So thank you so much, Doug. Thank you, Teresa. And of course, to my Veronica. Now, I always like to let you have last words. If there's anything else you want to say.
I just want to say thank you again, Pastor Todd, for allowing our team to come on and give this great information to your audience. And hopefully, people will take the number and they will call us and they will let us help them. Again, we work as a team. So we're out here to help you, to help the consumers. And I think I got your key to your house. So hopefully you guys will call us.
All right. Well, Chris, what you got? Pastor Chris, you got anything before we log off?
No, I'm gonna be calling as soon as this show's over. I'm gonna be calling.
Now, right, Doug did say anytime, so get ready, Doug. The phone's gonna start.
I already texted Doug and told him. I'll be hitting them up. So yeah.
Hope you don't have any plans tonight, no. But thank you all so much. This has been amazing, and thank you for everybody. Thank you everybody who's watching. Feel free to share this broadcast. Let's let somebody else know about it. I'm going to continue to share it with my friends on my social media platforms, those who may not have caught it live. And of course, many people will go back and watch it on YouTube later, and we thank God for that. But thank you guys so much for being here. As always, we love you all for free, and we'll talk to you next week right here on the Pew Podcast.
Thank you.